Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney. And that giant bang was a giant amount of snow coming off my roof. So I apologize for that. But that's what you get here. No takes, no cuts, no edits. Just me looking startled when things come flying off my roof and make a giant bang. Um, we have a question today from friend of the channel, David, who is a very avid fan of the field of employment law and a very good friend to this channel. So he asked a question. I'm going to do my best to answer it. But I'm going to be honest here. I'm not the best person to answer this question because I don't handle workers' compensation claims. But I do know a whole bunch of workers' compensation attorneys. So I'm going to take a crack at answering it, but I'm going to tell you, better you ask a workers' compensation attorney. But let's give it my best here. Here's the question. My question digresses somewhat from employment law, but still concerns the area of employment. To my knowledge, workers' compensation attorneys typically collect a 20 to 30% contingency fee on whatever they recover for their client. To me, that doesn't sound like a whole lot of money. What actually makes this a viable practice area for these attorneys? So first, let me say, some of you might say 20 to 30% of what they collect, that could be tons. That's so much money. That's great. Probably not. Just realistically speaking, probably not. Probably not that great. In terms of the overhead and what it takes to run a firm and to, sign up clients and then represent those clients and fight for those clients, 20 to 30% can be super, super challenging. Now, clearly, workers' compensation attorneys can figure out how to make it work. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any, right? And I'm aware of two paths. You have workers' compensation firms that take a huge, huge volume of cases and kind of run settlement mills, right? And listen, I'm not saying they don't try cases. They try cases. I'm just saying they're moving cases like wild, like hotcakes, just like slinging cases, getting settlements, and that's inherent to the model. And they're moving hundreds or maybe thousands of cases per year, which is pretty wild in and of itself when you think about how many people are getting hurt on the job. The other path that people go down, and I know some really great firms in New York, like Bromberg and Enriquez, who do this, they're just incredible attorneys, right? So they're signing up the best of the best cases, right? And then they're working the hell out of those cases to get the best results. And I think what they do is they go that extra mile to get the extra sum of money for their clients, and that's how they make. I don't know if you guys can hear these bangs. There's so much snow coming off my roof. But I think that's how they make a living, right? And I think those are the two paths. And sometimes people will put those both into one practice, right? You might have a practice group where you run smaller value or medium value cases and you're settling lots of them, and then you find and isolate your higher value claims and you move them over to a trial team and you're trial prepping those. But that's generally, I think, how workers' compensation attorneys make their money. Of course, any given one of them would probably just say, Vince, good rule of thumb. I shouldn't use the phrase rule of thumb, considering that it is tied to domestic violence. So let's throw out that phrase. Vince, good rule to live by. If you don't absolutely know the answer about something, don't answer the question. Fair. So I'll extend an invitation. If any workers' compensation attorney would like to hop on here in the comments or make a video that I can post to the channel to answer this question, I invite you, please come on my tiny little platform and give an answer, because I guarantee your answer will be better and deeper and more fully informed than mine on this topic. Like and subscribe. I'll be here. Comment down below. I do track the comments. Ask me questions. I'm a little light on content this week. I'm trying to brainstorm, trying to think of stuff to do. I might do an Avo week where I go on avo.com and answer people's questions like that. We'll play it by ear. We'll see. It's the week after Thanksgiving, right? Take care, everybody.